Have you ever been in a legally confusing situation and you weren't sure what to do? Those days are over. Listen to Sabi Law on the Beat 97 to know what's up. Sabi Law is up every Monday, Wednesday and Friday from 8:55 a.m. Exclusive to the Beat 97 ABJ.
Hello, Abuja. Welcome to today's edition of Sabi Law on the Beat FM. Today, we're looking at, is it an offense to seek for donations in Nigeria? I remain Onyekachi Umar, and with me is
Kenechukwu Agwu.
So I will have Mr. Kenechukwu to lead us in this discussion. So Mr. Kenechukwu, over to you. Is it an offense for anyone to make public demands for donation?
So it's a criminal offense, right, to make public appeal for donations in money or in any kind, in any part of Abuja.
Okay.
FCT. We'll have to discuss that of Nigeria some other time. But for today, we are dealing with FCT, right? Without the recognition of such public collection with the minister of FCT. So what this means is that they are not saying you should not make public appeals, but when you do so, make sure you get the consent of the FCT minister. Yes. So, for instance, you're driving along the road, you see people meeting you with bags, with baskets, saying we are building this church, we are building this mosque. Please donate, or we need to save this boy's life, we need to save that boy's life. You see a whole lot of them on the streets of Abuja. So it's an offense. It's a criminal offense for you to do that without the consent of the minister of the FCT. Now, this offense is punishable with a fine of 100 naira and or 6 months imprisonment. Mr. Kachi, just hold on.
All these kind of punishment. Imagine a punishment of 100 naira.
Or 6 months imprisonment.
Forget the 6 months. Because the judge can choose to give 100 naira.
The judges may most likely give the imprisonment. Right. But also, if you consider that people who are making appeal on the streets, they really don't have the money. So 100 naira may be a fair deal.
By the way, I heard recently in Abuja that a beggar was arrested for having 500,000 naira. I think they said somewhere in Kubo.
And he was still begging.
That she or he, I can't remember the sex again, had 500,000 naira gotten from begging. Now people are like, what offense has the person committed?
The offense of raising funds.
So possibly
public.
Yeah, you know.
As well. So just know that it's an offense and it's punishable with 100 naira or 6 months imprisonment for the first time offenders.
So Mr. Kenechukwu,
double of same for subsequent offenders.
So Mr. Kenechukwu, before we round up on this, I believe for every law there is an exception. So what is the exception to this?
Yeah. It's good. It's important to note that collections in worship places like offerings and that, tithes and the rest of that, in worship places, as well as by club or association members for renewal of subscription or for charity or public interest projects are exempted and are permitted.
No, this exemption is very important because some people are like, so we should go and sue the church, the mosque, and the rest for asking for donations.
No. This was already exempted. Of course, because they are registered entities, I suppose. And like, for instance, the acts say they're exempted. But you also have to look at what amounts to an association. Is it just any association or is it just any unregistered group or whatever?
But you agree you don't need to register an association for it to be an association.
Yes, but you also need to. This may come under some scrutiny if we look at it in that light, because of course, like the Marriage Act goes ahead to define what qualifies as churches and places of worship and the rest. But churches, places of worship, association, mosques, clubs are exempted from this. So individuals are not exempted. Right, individuals are not exempted.
Yeah. So that means the man on the street say, to your mind, what would be the busiest place to find beggars in Abuja?
Oh, you find them at Area 1 traffic.
Okay, so
that traffic leading from Games Village to Area 1 roundabout in the mornings. There's usually traffic there. And you see them different, all sorts. People coming with signboards.
Let me shock you. Have you seen beggars being dropped off by vehicles.
Yeah.
Like they are being brought, like we are bringing them to work,
And
in
them.
the evening they come.
In fact, there's one in Lube. The lady comes. She resumes work earlier than
Really,
most
she
people.
resumes work.
She comes very early. Like was the time we discovered she comes to work before 7 a.m.
All right. I think that's what we can take for today. So for what we have discussed now, our authority is sections 3, 5, 6, and 11 of the Public Collections Regulation Act. It's a 1948 regulation, and it's part of the laws of Abuja. It's a law that governs or is operational in Abuja only.
So you can see why the fine is just 100 naira, 1948.
But some people have been sitting there eating the money for legislature.
All right. Thank you, Abuja. Thank you, Go Sabilo.
Have you ever been in a legally confusing situation and you weren't sure what to do? Those days are over. Listen to Sabilo on the Beats 97 to know what's up. Sabilo is up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8:55 a.m.
Exclusive to the Beat 97 ABJ.